that you'll find one liberated, one actually liberated soul amongst 10 million Gyanis. Koti mukta modde dulab ek Krishna bhakta. Koti Gyani modde hoy ekjon mukta. Koti mukta modde dulab ek Krishna bhakta. And amongst 10 million liberated souls, it's rare to find one devotee of Krishna. And here this evening I'm surrounded by more than 100. How fortunate I am. How fortunate I am. Hundreds of devotees, and more coming. This is pouring in.
Not this devotee, that is pure devotee.
It's pouring in. Tula Bek Krishna Bhakta. So not only am I fortunate to be amongst hundreds of Vaishnavas, but also this is in the holy place of Navadip Dham. Navadip Dham. Navadip Dham is a special place because it's specially designed for Kali Yuga in the Navadip Dham Mahatmya. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he explains that Sri Chaitanya Avatar, Boro Bilokon, the special characteristic, the unique characteristic of Sri Chaitanya Avatar. Sri Chaitanya Avatar, Boro Bilokon, Aparad Shate, Jib Labe Premdon. That even with offences, Aparad Shate, even an offensive person, Jib Labe Premdon, can get prema, love of Godhead, because he's so merciful. Because in Kali Yuga, everyone is offensive. Kali Yuga, no one is qualified. So Goshundor is giving Potit Pabon Hetu Avatar, Potit Pabon, the most fallen. So there's no qualification. That's the special characteristic of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, and no qualification. Even Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains that Idam te na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya kadachana, na cha chushushare bacham na chamam yo abjashuyati. Idam, this Bhagavad Gita is Gita Upadesh, which I have just explained to you. Idam te na tapaskaya. It should not be spoken to those who are not austere. Na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya. To those who are not my devotee. Na cha susrasare bacham, to those who are not hearing from me. Na chamam jo abjashuyati, nor to those who have envy of me. So, who's remaining? Who's remaining? There's no one in that category in the Kali Yuga. Na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya, na kadacha, shushrave vacham, na chamam jo abjashuyati. We have no qualification in the Kali Yuga. The epitome is Jagai Madhai. Here it happened, Jagai Madhai. It's sung by Narottam Thakur in the characteristics, the pastimes. Dinna hinna jota chilo, hariname udharilo. Dinna hinna jota chilo. Jota chilo means as much as you can be. Dinna hinno, fallen and degraded. Jota chilo means as much as you can conceive of. Dinna hinna jota chilo. Hari Name Udharilo, the holy name can deliver you. Tar Shaki. What's the evidence? What's the witness? Tar Shaki, Jagai Madhai, Jagai Madhai. Here in Navadip is Madhai. He actually attacked Nityananda Prabhu. He attacked Nityananda Prabhu. Attacked. Threw the pot. And it struck Lord Nityananda in the forehead. And blood, the blood. Of course, this is all Leela. A special type of a Vigraha, Sharir, I don't think they require. Nityananda, Chaitanya Maha, they don't require regular medical checkups. They don't require. They don't have problems, health problems. So a transcendental body, appearing. It's transcendental, Nitya Lila, Nitya Roop, Nitya Dham, Nitya Lila, Nitya Roop. It sometimes appears, just like Prabhupada gives the example of the sun. It's not that now it's disappeared, the sun disappeared, but actually it's still as it is, always. Just now in perhaps somewhere east coast of America, morning time, sunrise, east coast of America. We went to Konark, we went to Sun Temple, Konark. Who was there? Who went to Sun Temple, Konark with us? Well, look at that, man. They stick on the program here. Mangalore. The old people stick as well. Not that we want the bucket with a hole in. We're pouring more and more new people coming, and there's a hole. Old people going. No. Old people stay. New people come. There's bigger and bigger and bigger. Old people stay. You have to keep inspiring. All levels. Those who are already experienced, you have to become preacher. You cannot just remain new devotee all the time. Because already you're senior to so many new people. It's Mahaprabhu's order here in Mayapur. We repeat the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jari dekho, tari kaha, jari dekho, whoever you see. Tare kaha, you tell them, Krishna Upadesh. Krishna Upadesh, Prabhupada's books. It's very simple. You can get a little book, you can get a big book. Krishna Upadesh, Amara Gai, Guru Hao, Tara Aidesh. You have to deliver the people. You don't require much qualification now. Krishna Upadesh Tare Kaha. You just give them the Krishna consciousness, connect them to Srila Prabhupada, connect them to the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, the books, the devotees, the preaching. That's it. That's how you become Guru. That's how you become Guru. Krishna say, Toma Krishna Dite Pado. We're going to Thakur Bhaktivinod's ashram in a couple of days. Krishna say, Toma Krishna Dite Pado. Krishna said, Toma, Krishna is yours. Krishna Dite Pado. You are able to give. So you are able to give what you have received. It's everything. It's Prabhupada's books, it's the temple, the deities, the holy name, the preaching. That's everything. That's enough. That's the mukti upai. Ananya chinta ye janapa teshan nitta abhijuk. No, the one is that Ananya chaita satatam jomam shmarite nitta saha. What is our process? Ananya chaita satatam. Ananda Cheta means nothing else in the heart. Ananda Cheta Satatam Yomam Shmarati Nitta Saha, always remembering me. If you can attain that level, you're ready to enter the spiritual world, always remembering Krishna. Ananda Cheta Satatam, Ananda Cheta, without anything else in the heart. That's Mam Eka Sharanam, Manmana, Maya Shaktamana, absorb the mind in Krishna. Then you're attaining that level, attaining that stage, fixed, without interruption, you're ready to return to the spiritual world, ready to enter the spiritual world. So how to attain that? Ananda Chaita Satatam Yoma Mashmarite Nitta Saha, always remembering me without deviation. How to attain that? You have to connect, you have to absorb yourself in the service of Krishna. When the mind and the senses, you're busy, in the morning you get up, you're preparing at home to some arati, you're preparing the bow, you're chanting, you're hearing. Or if you go to the temple, going to the temple program, temple seva, you absorb your mind. You absorb your mind till late at night. If you're not able to do always, and when you come on yatra, you absorb your mind from morning to night. Absorb your mind here in the holy dham is what it's meant for. And then that absorption by engagement. So you bring people to Krishna consciousness movement and give them, engage them in service. That's it. That's enough. That's all that's required, to deliver them. So many more people can come. So we're very fortunate here in Mayapur Dham to be surrounded by sincere Vaishnavas, hearing the holy name wherever you... We live here in Mayapur. We live, the kirtan, you hear, we have the neighborhood here. It's all devotees. There's no one cooking onion, garlic, meat, fish. Late night parties, alcohol, drunks in the neighborhood. Maybe you see in your apartment building. It's here, it's just devotees. It's just devotees. It's quiet 8 o'clock at night. It's completely quiet. You take rest 8 o'clock at night and get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30. You feel fresh. Mayapur down. There's room for you too. There's plenty of room here. Come to Mayapur. Consider retirement. Or actually not retirement, you'll be busy. All the people from all the world will be coming and you'll be sitting and you'll be explaining Krishna consciousness to them. Or helping somehow or other. So we're very fortunate in a very special place in Navadip Dham. Tirthashthan, Mahaprabhu's Janmastan, so many Mahaprabhus, that the internal associates, Antaranga, Bhaktagan, the Nityashit, they all appeared here to perform pastimes here. Navadip Dham. In addition to that, we have, actually we're discussing Prabhupada Tirobhav, disappearance day, in a couple of weeks, Prabhupada's disappearance. Prabhupada has made the holy Dham more holy. This place was not known 50 years ago. Our Jananivas Prabhu, maybe you will be fortunate to get his darshan. Jananivas Prabhu, he's in Mayapur, and he came a couple of days ago. He came from UK. He was here when there were 2 devotees, 3 devotees, foreign devotees, Prabhupada sent, and Jananivas, Prabhupada sent to worship Choto Radha Madhav. In the temple you will see Choto Radha Madhav. From that time, in the Bhajan Kutir, this is not story, fairy tales. This is reality. That only that Bhajan Kutir was there, and Choto Radha Madhav, and Prabhupada stayed in that Bhajan Kutir, and 2-3 devotees were living there in that. Jananivas Prabhu, Shura Jai Pataka Shami Maharaj, he was also living here. A couple others. That's what it was like in 1970. You can see the pictures. You see the pictures. There's nothing. From pictures of our compound, and there's nothing. You can see the yoga pit, and nothing else. That was that even after 500 years. But in the last, since ISKCON came, the whole revolution. ISKCON means what? ISKCON means Prabhupada. Because what Prabhupada has done, it's inconceivable. It's inconceivable. He's changed the world. It's just the beginning. He made a formula which is like it's kind of like actually a virus. Now it's unstoppable. Krishna consciousness, but it's spreading. There's so many people. And everyone comes to Mayapur sooner. Everyone comes to Mayapur. So that's Prabhupada. That's what Prabhupada has done. It's hard to measure, actually. Hard to measure. And we will see it develop even more and more and more in our lifetimes, in the developing. So it's pioneering, and it's an honor to be a pioneer in the Krishna consciousness movement. It's an honor. The pioneering days. We're not known in many countries. So this is the center of the Sankirtan movement. Prabhupada is the world headquarters of the mission. And we're here. And so we're discussing this mission. Our movement, our association, our Sangha, it's not simply about social life or some peace of mind. And you come and you like the temple, you like the devotees, you get peace of mind. That's very good. But there's more to our movement. It's actually a revolutionary movement. We're actually revolutionaries. It's a revolution we're part of. A revolution. That's the word in Bhagavatam. I still remember, oftentimes I discuss the incident when we went to the university and I heard Nam Nishna, like a lion. Like a lion. He was challenging the professors, the dean, like a lion. It's a mission. We have a mission. It's a mission. Our mission is to change people. It's not that, I like the temple, nice and peace. It's to change people because they're going to hell. They're going to hell. Gauranga Nitai, Jar Bole Ekbar, Ananta, Karma Dosh Anta Hoitar. Just one time, Gauranga Nitai, Jar Bole Ekbar. One time you say Gauranga Nitai. Ananta Karma Dosh. All of your sins. Ananta Karma Dosh, Anta Hoitar. I come to an end. Gauranga Nitai. Just by saying Gauranga Nitai, Jar Bole Ekbar. So how merciful are they? That just by saying their name, they're relieved of all sin. And that's just the beginning. You chant their name, Go Jai Gauranga Namalo Tadahoy Premudoy. Not only do you free of all sins, Tadahoy Premudoy, you awaken love, like a madman, a love for Krishna, just by chanting the names. So this has to be made known to the people. You cannot just keep it for yourself. This has to be made known to the people, somehow or other. And the more that you make it known to others, the more you get. Because it's a preaching movement. Mahaprabhu himself preached. Kali Juge Juga Dharma Name Prochar. Name Prochar. Toti Lagi Pita Bona Chaitanya Avatar. He came in the yellow color for that purpose, to personally preach. And he personally accepted sannyas and accepted austerity and wandered and preached. So how much mercy the preacher of Krishna consciousness gets, because you're Mahaprabhu's man. You're Mahaprabhu's man. You're doing his seva. And how to preach? You just cooperate. You just do some seva. You assist the devotees. Yes, what a project. Nam Nishta Prabhu, occasionally he sends me the videos. I cannot believe. I think fake news. Fake news. How is it developing so quickly? As they showed me the still, boop, 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 boop. It's like, I can't believe it. Boop, 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 boop. Temple manifesting. We went there. It was a block of land, empty block of land. Red is Mangalore. The earth is reddish color. Reddish. We went looking at it, and then a month or so later, Prabhu sends a video. So the whole temple will manifest there. I think Vishwakarma from Devaloka himself is coming, along with demigods, to participate in this extraordinary event. Because a center of spreading Krishna consciousness. Even you make one devotee from building that temple, even you make one devotee, that's perfection. That's sufficient. Because what that one person can do. But you'll make thousands. Just because of the temple, thousands of people, their lives will change. So those who struggle, those who put effort, those who sacrifice to make their temple, how dear they become to Sri Hari. How dear they become. How they become the dearest. So very easy, very easy. You just fall at Nam Nishna Prabhu's lotus seat and you say, Prabhu, give me some seva. What I can do to help. And that's it. So these are the topics we've come to discuss. What is the purpose of this movement? Why are you here? And what opportunity you have. The opportunity you have to perfect your life. So in this special place here, Prabhupada's here, we're in Prabhupada's Samadhi Mandir, Prabhupada here, and thousands of people, they're coming, they're falling, the temple. You go to the temple, hardly we go, it's so crowded. We go special times, the secret times, no one knows. 8:15, Arti Tulu Nrishingadev. 1:45, 12:45. You get special times, you can sneak in, get a darshan. People don't know. On the banks of the Ganga, here, the banks of the Ganga, when she floods, she comes in here, this filled with water. Flood time, this fills with water. And the boys and the girls in Mayapur, on the balcony that you saw, this balcony, they jump from that. They jump from the balcony into the Ganga when she's flooding here. So we're very close to Ganga. We're very close. In fact, the level of Ganga, you can see in front of you is a pukur, Prabhupada's pukur. That pukur water goes up and down according to the level of the Ganga. It's not a coincidence that Sri Sachinandan appears on the banks of Ma Ganga. He does that in order to reciprocate with Jahnavi Devi, to fulfill her desire. Banchakalpa Taru Sri Gaura Shundor. Banchakalpa Taru. The Banchakalpa Taru, the wish-fulfilling, desire-fulfilling Sri Gaura Shundor, Janabir Bancha, Punna Kore Nirantor. Janabir Bancha, the desire of Ma Ganga. Punna Kore, he fulfills Nirantor. Nirantor, he's always fulfilling the desire of Ma Ganga. And what is her desire? To feel him, to have him bathe. Just like Gopal, Bal Gopal, Krishna, Balaram, they're bathing in the Jamuna with the cowherd boys. So that same service, that same pleasure, Ma Ganga, she appears here to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to beautify Navadip Dham. And Goshunda has a very special relationship from the very beginning of his pastimes, very beginning, because they're bathing in the Ganga. Jogpit, Ganga, there's many ghats just close to Jogpit. They're walking, there's no shower in the home. No shower. No shower. There's not even a tube well. They just go to the Ganga. There's a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Yavanata Uda, Sarvan Vedeshu, Brahmanasha, what is that? Vijanata. All of the purposes served by the well can be served by a great ocean of water. So Ma Ganga is everything. They're coming, they're bathing, there's water for drinking, carrying the ladies, and the water for puja. They're worshipping on the banks of Ganga. The class is on the banks of Ma Ganga. The class is on the banks of Ma Ganga. Today we were this Nilambar Chakrabarti and this Nimbarka, he appears as Keshav Kashmiri. Yes. Nimbarka, where we were today, Madangopal temple, the four Kumaras. Nimbarka Shami, he appears in Navadip, in Gaur-lila, as Keshav Kashmiri, the great Pandit. And on the banks of Ma Ganga, Goshunda defeats him. So I thought tonight we could hear some of the Ganga Jal Kela. Ganga Jal Kela, Mahaprabhu's pastimes, a play in Ma Ganga. How does that sound? So we were hearing how the itinerant Brahmin had come. And in taking the offerings of Nimai, More Mantra Jope, More Abahan, Rohit Tena Pari Ami Ashi Kamarshthan. When you're chanting my mantra, and you're requesting, inviting me to take a seat, to accept, Rohit Tena Pari Ami, I'm unable to restrain. Ashi Kamarshthan, I come to, and Nimai, he's coming again and again to eat, because the Brahmin is calling. When you're making the offering and you're putting it there, oh Govinda, Govinda Hari, Goshundur, please you accept. And same when you offer to Guru. First you offer the bhoga to Krishna, and then that prasad you offer to Guru. You offer to Guru again, and then we take. The same, the Guru is also present in the worship. You know what, there's a story that I heard, I'll share with you. It's where Srila Jagapataka Swami Maharaj just returned to Mayapur yesterday. When he was in coma, after he first had stroke. He was in coma for a long time. People, they don't recover from coma like that. A long time in a coma. Normally you never recover, or if you do, so he in a coma, and then he was recovering from coma, and our Namhata director, Gauranga Prem Shami Maharaj, perhaps also you'll get his darshan, Namhata. He was there in the hospital in Mumbai, and Guru Maharaj, he was coming out of the coma, and then he just said to Gauranga in Bengali, he said, Chinmay ke bolo, amar jal pratidin change korte. The Chinmay Krishna is this Pundarik Dham, temple president, Pundarik Dham, there's East Bengal, Chottagram, East Bengal, Bangladesh, far corner, Pundarik Dham. And that the deities installed there, Sisi Radha, what is it? It's Varshabhanabi Murari. Varshabhanabi Murari. It's Radha and Krishna, and Sri Radhika is a young girl, the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. Sri Pundarik Bidhanidhi Mohodai, he is Vrishabhanu Maharaj incarnate in Gaur-lila, in Chottagram, Pundarik Dham. Guru Maharaj installed the deities there. He says that they're his worshipable deities. Radha Kund is there. Pundarik Bidhanidhi's Sripat, Bhajan Kutir, Vasudev, Mukunda Datta, Bhajan Kutir. He have his rooms. We have a room. He's kept his room there. Kept his rooms. He said that you should not let others, only my God brothers can use this room. He kept that room. And then room is picture and the water every day. And we came out of coma. He said, you tell the temple president to change my water every day. So let's talk a little bit about, the itinerant Brahmin, he was coming, where he was accepting the offering, we were saying the puja. So also the Guru. He's also present in the form of the picture. You should understand that. there's such a level of advanced Krishna consciousness. He's also accepting the worship that you do at home through the puja. This is the transcendental physics. Transcendental physics, all coordinated through Super Soul, present in your heart, present in the heart of Guru. Transcendental physics. He's aware of the puja that you do. It's not just ritual. He's accepting. So that Brahmin came and then he ate the offerings, and then Goshunda, he revealed that 8-arm form, apurva, never before displayed 8-arm form. Here we saw that. That's in Yoga Pit. There's so much pastimes in Yoga Pit. We'll go there. Tomorrow I think we go there. We'll go around, do kirtan. That's it. But there's 45 chapters of Chaitanya Bhagavat. It's all Navadip Leela. Mahaprabhu is staying in Yoga Pit. So many Leelas, so much pastimes, all in Yoga Pit. We could go for days and days, months. There's Leela, Navadip Leela from Yoga Pit. But just a few points. So then after that time, there's the Gaudhari. He's only, at that time he's coming, he's almost crawling in to steal that offering. Sometimes you see the pictures, he's crawling. So he's like 3 years old, 2-3 years old. And then, we didn't do the beginning study yet. We didn't mention that beginning study. That's coming, taken to Gangadas Pandit. We'll mention that next time we sit, maybe tomorrow. This is before that. But he's going to some school. It's not Gangadas Pandit yet, because that will come later. But he's going to some school. And then afternoon, he plays with his friends in the Ganga. Poriya Shuniya. This is Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat, 6th chapter, Adi Khanda, text 40. Poriya Shuniya, Shardava, Shishugon Shonge. Poriya Shuniya, and having done some schoolwork. Poriya Shuniya, Shardava, Shishugon Shonge. Ganga Shnane, Madhyane, Cholen, Bahuronge. In the middle of the day, along with his friends, Bahuronge, for so much fun, they go and take bath in the Ganga. It's not like I'm fortunate that almost every day I take bath in Ma Ganga. It's my good fortune to be able to, and in this way gradually we're becoming purified. Today you saw my wife. I came prashad and my wife. I'm blessed with a Shahad Dhanamini, a wife, who if I don't take bath in the Ganga, she'll say, what's that? Not bathing in Ganga today? Not bathing in Ganga today? That's what a wife is for. So we bathe for purification. We bathe for purification because we're fallen, we're sinful. Odom poti papishto, a proclivity for sin. We associate with the Param Puvitra, Janavi Mata, Param Puvitra. You take advantage. Everyone is eligible. Even the animals. No one can. The dogs. They also go. Everyone is animal. Everyone eligible. It's full immersion. It's full immersion. It doesn't even matter what you're thinking about. Sharva Pap Koi. Sadda Pataka Shamhantri, Shadda Dukha Vinashani. Sarva Pataka Shamhantri, all sins are destroyed. Sharva Dukha Vinashani, all unhappiness destroyed. Shukhada, Mokhada, Gangaiva Paramagati. Shukhada, who bestows happiness. Mokhada, who bestows liberation. Gangaiva Paramagati, the ultimate shelter. And ultimately, that's where our body will go. It's a special relationship that we all have. So we go like that, purification. But Goshundo, he's going for fun. This is play. This is place of fun. Navadip Shampoti ke borne bare pare. Who can describe the Shampoti, the wealth of Navadip? Navadip Shampoti ke borne bare pare. Loka log shnan kore ek Ganga ghate. Loka log shnan kore ek Ganga ghate. In one ghat, Loka log shnan kore, 100,000 people bathing. in Mahaprabhu's time. That was the Navadipa Shampati, the wealth. After the descriptions that we hear in the Chaitanya Bhagavat of Navadip, after Goshendur left and disappeared, Ma Ganga, she changed her course. She changed her course. And all of the pastime places were inundated they were covered in water for 300 years. And then again she moved. 17th, 18th century. She moved, and then again this land became apparent. And then in the 19th century, Thakur Bhaktivinoda, he again discovered Jogpit, Mahaprabhu's birthplace, and other places, and subsequently Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. These places we visit, Srivashangan, Advaita Bhavan, Anandanacharya Bhavan, the place where Gauranitai first met. All of these places were identified by Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They were just fields of rice fields. Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he identified the places and he built temples in these places. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and in this way the Holy Dharma became revealed to us. So the Navadip that we hear about, it was very opulent. There was thousands of people, hundreds of thousands in one ghat. And they were all scholars and pandits. Navadip was the place of scholarship. And Chaturdik hoite lok Navadipe jai, Navadipe porile she vidyarosh pai. From all directions, students would come to Navadip. And there were hundreds of teachers and scholars. And amongst them all, Navadipe ache Oddapok Shiromani. The Shiromani, the jewel of all the professors. Gangadash Pandit Heno Shandipani, Mahaprabhu's teacher, Gangadas Pandit. He was the Vyakaran Shastrer Ekanta Tattavit. Vyakaran Shastrer Ekanta Tattavit. Means that he had attained the extremes of Sanskrit grammar. Vyakaran Shastra Ekanta. Ekanta means the end. Ekanta Tattavit. Extremely learned. Gangadas Pandit. Now this is before that Nimai had become a student of Gangadas Pandit. That's the whole event, which we may describe that tomorrow. So he's with his young friends, but on the banks of Ganga, that's where everything was happening. In our modern times, it's the bazaar, or the shopping mall. But even that doesn't exist anymore. Now it's Facebook. The new reality. The virtual world. Even you don't have a marketplace anymore. It's social media. Everything's changed in our lives so dramatically. In Goshenda's time, everything was happening. The place of action on the banks of the Ganga, because that's the center, the center of the community. There was no community hall, and there was no central mandir, because they're all Brahmins. They're all worshipping at home. They're all worshipping. All worshiping. Gadada Pandit, Srivas Thakur, Jagannath Misra, Advaita Acharya. They're all Brahmins. They all have deities at home that from long time. And the deities in the family for a long time, and they're all worshipping. So there's not like a big central temple like we have our society designed. So where was the meeting place? Where was the place of education and the place of gossip? The banks of Ganga. Renunciates, sannyasis, brahmacharis in saffron robes, grihastas, bhadralok, aristocrats, children, ladies, elderly, everybody would gather on the banks of Ganga for bathing. And then with his friends, Goshunda, he would swim, and not just like a dip in and out. He would swim out there in the deep water. Shabare laya prabhu Ganga shatare. Shata is swimming. Kone dube, kone bhashe. Nana krida kore. Kone dube means sometimes going under. Woo. Kone Bashe, sometimes floating on the Ganga. Nana Krida Kore, Nana Krida Kore, different varieties of fun. So he would give so much trouble. He would give so much trouble to the aristocrats, to the Brahmins, to the Grihastas, to the Vaishnavas, to the Tapasvis, even to the ladies, even to the unmarried Kumaris. He would give so much trouble. That the residents of Navadip, they would have to take bath several times. Several times, every day. He gave so much trouble to people. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is describing that he doesn't, this is very interesting when you see the Thakur's way of describing this incident. It's not like a chronological news report. And Nimai did this, and Nimai did that, and then that. No. It is full of rasa. It is full of flavor. It is full of devotional mellow. It is full of relationships. So the incidents, how he's describing them through the lips of the residents of Navadip who are complaining. They're complaining to Jagannath Mishra. So it's a scene, it's a whole scene of personal interaction, which adds to the flavor. You can feel that how's Jagannath Mishra feeling when they're explaining these things. Shano Shano, oh hey Mishra, Param Bandav. Oh, they all gathered together in a big group. Big group. It's a strategy for having your agenda pushed. You have to increase the size of your political party. You just go one person, easy to dismiss. But if you have 50 people, and all there, 50 people, well, then it's a big. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. There's a lot more of power. So they all went in a big group to Jagannath from the Ganga. They all gathered, and they went up to Yoga Pit, and in the courtyard. They're there, maybe standing, maybe sitting, probably sitting, and Jagannath Mishra's there, and he's listening. Shano, Shano, oh hey Mishra Param Bandav, listen, Mishra Param Bandav, good friend, Jagannath Mishra Param Bandav, Tomar Putrer Apanyaya Kahashab. Listen to that. We'll describe the mischievous that your son does every day. Mischief, the misconduct. Bhalo mate. Bhalo mote. Bhalo mote. Korite na pari gangrishnan. We're not able to nicely take our bath. Keho bole. Odiya. Bhange Modhyan, Joldi Bhanga Modhyan, I'm meditating in the Ganga, and he comes up, he spits water in my face, and he says, who are you meditating on? I am the incarnation for the age, just meditate on me. He splashes water, disturbs my meditation. Keho Bole, another says, you can just imagine Jagannath Mishra sitting there, one after another. They're saying another, Kehu Bole. Someone else says, More Shiblinga Kore Churi. He steals my Shiblinga. This is Bharat Bhumi, still where I bathe. This is down the road a little bit, a little spot down there. And there's Shiblingas on the banks of Ganga. They're permanently there, night time, they're there. The Shiblinga. And a pranami box with a chained under a bodgach. A Shiblinga, 2-3 Shiblingas. And pranami box. The pujari, someone come, every day I see flowers, bell, pata. And this is Bharat Bhumi. Bharat Bhumi. There you can wander on the banks of the Ganga still and you take your bath and you're completely purified, wet in your cloth, and you can come and you can do Abhishek of Shiv, Mahadev. This is Bharat Bhumi. This is Bharat Bhumi. Recently I went to Bangladesh for 1 month. And after several years, haven't been there, went there. Of course, the preaching Krishna consciousness there, very exciting, very exciting. And we were fortunate to visit the birthplace of Gadadhar Pandit, which has just been identified in ISKCON. And we confirmation from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. We're declaring this as the actual birthplace of Gadadhar Pandit. And I was fortunate to visit there. I think the first foreign person to ever go to that building. And I brought some of the mati, I brought some of the dust. Maybe I will bring, maybe I will give to a few you can take back to South India. From Chattogram, the birthplace of Gadadhar Pandit. So anyway, I flew out of Dhaka, I landed back in Kolkata, and I came down the plane. It's a small plane. You get off and you walk down and you're on the tarmac in Kolkata airport, and I actually felt, a great sense of fortune. Again, Bharat Bhumi, to be able to again to come to Bharat Bhumi. That was the first time I'd travelled abroad since lockdown. I hadn't been, and then I came back from Bangladesh. It's not, it can be a troublesome place for our movement, for the Hindus, Bangladesh. I came back to India, and I came in a Kolkata airport, and India, we could freely worship Krishna. A place like that, you can have in the foreign country, you couldn't have on the bank of a river the Shiv Linga and people are worshipping. They're so out of it. The police would not let you. Couldn't do such a thing. But this is Bharat Bhumi, where even Rath Yatra Mahamahotshav in Kolkata, and the chief constable of police takes his shoes off on the street and stands in front of Lord Jagannath. A chief constable of police. These things you only see in India. So I'm just sharing the Shiv Linga on the banks of the Ganga there. Haridwar Shnan. There's one big famous ashram there. Shanti Niketan. We have Sammelan there. Radhanath Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He goes, he preaches there. Yadanandan Swami, he's pictured the ISKCON preaching there. With Mathura Desh devotees, we went Yatra, Rishikesh. We stayed in that. It's right on the banks of Ganga. You walk down, you take bath. It's everyone bathing in there. You have to hang on to the chain. Haridwar, Ganga Shnan. Yes, you've done? Who's bathed in Haridwar Ganga? Yes. You have to hang on to the chain. Boo. But if you think that's cold, you should go to Badrinath. Take bath in Badrinath. That's an experience. Hang on to the chain. So we take bath there, you come out, you're dripping in a gamsha, you're dripping, and then this huge Shiv Linga, and the priest there, you can do bathe. It's Bharat Bhumi. Of course, in Mayapur, Lord Shiva, he's present here and very powerful. Today we went to Shimantini Mandir. The Leela there is Shiv in Satyajuga. He's dancing. Like a madman, he's dancing, he's chanting Gaudanga. And Parvati says, who is this Gaudanga? And he said, describe to me. And Mahadev is describing how he appears in Kali Yuga to freely distribute without considering the qualification of the candidate. Patra apatra bicha nahe shtana shtan. Patra apatra bicha nahe. He doesn't consider the qualification or the disqualification. Patra apatra bicha nahe shtana shtan. The place, the circumstances. Jai jaha pai taha kore prem dan. Randomly, whoever come in contact, you can get prem dan. So one man says, he stole my Shiv Linga. Another says, more like palai utari, he stole my cloth. Another says that I set up everything for the worship, the ashon, the chandan, the duba grass, the flowers, the agarabati, the bhoga, navedya, everything's set up. And then on the bank of the Ganga, they're doing the puja. That's something we have to gradually incorporate. We're preparing. This is temporary ghat. It's temporary ghat, Prabhupada ghat. We're actually government, BJP, central government. is building. I think they did the road also, and they're building a gut, Prabhupada gut. We have our temple there. We have Janavamata temple, the Ganga temple we have on the banks of Ganga. But actually, you can go, you do the puja on the banks of Ganga. You take the deity and sit on the bank of the Ganga and worship him. Like in holy places, you see Varanasi, Prayag, like that. We want to develop in Mayapur. The Brahmins are there, and you can do some pujas on the banks of the Ganga. Our Brahmins are there. So he set everything up for the puja, and he went and he's taking bath in the Ganga, and he's going to come fresh. And as he's bathing, Nimai sits. Nimai sits on the asan. He takes the garland, he takes the chandan, he puts it on him. He eats the boga, throws everything away. And then he calls to that Brahman, Aro bole, Tumi keno dukha bab bone, Tumi keno dukha bab bone. The Brahman's going, ah! Tumi keno dukha bab mone, jal lagi koilo, shei koila apane. The object of your worship has been satisfied. The object of your worship has been satisfied. Kehu bole. You can imagine Jagannath Mishra as he's sitting there having to listen to all this. Kehu bole putra oti balok amar. Putra oti balok amar. A young child. Oti balok amar. Karne joldiya. Tar kandai apar. He puts water in his ears. And he cries. My child cries so much. Another gentleman, as he's coming out of the Ganga, Nimai runs, he jumps on his shoulders, he says, I am Mahesh, I am Mahesh. Kehu bole, Boshe mor puja ashone, Boshe mor puja ashone. He sits on my asan for puja, Naibed the kaya, he eats the boga, Vishnu puja apane, and then he worships Lord Vishnu. He throws sand at the Brahmins when they come out. He spits water on them. They have to go and bathe again and again and again. One of the cleverest things he does is that he takes, where the men are bathing, he takes all the cloth and he goes and puts that in the ladies' bathing place. And the ladies, where he takes the cloth and he puts that in the men's bathing place. And they're coming out and they're looking, shuffling through the saris. Dodi is over there. Param Bandhav, Tumi Mishra Jagannath, Nitta Emoto Kore, Kohilo Tamato. We're saying, oh, dearest friend, Mishra Jagannath, Parama Bandhav, Nitta Emoto Kore. It's not just an occasional. Every day he does it, every day. The same things, every day. He spends hours and hours. It's 2 or 3 hours he spends there. Not even are the young, unmarried Brahmani girls spared. He also goes and gives them trouble. And all of the girls, they all gathered together in a group. And they went and they approached Shachimata. Shachimata, just by studying Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad, you can learn everything. It's a full education. You can become an ideal human being and learn all the values of life. These books actually should, in our schools, actually these books should be studied by the students. You learn everything about Vaishnava culture. So the girls, they approach Sachimata. They all gathered, they approached Sachimata. Shachire Shambodiya Shabe Bolen Bochon. Shachire Shambodiya, with great respect. Shambodiya, with great respect. They approached Shachimata. Shuno Thakurani. Shuno Thakurani, Nija Putre Karam, Shuno Thakurani, Nijir Putre Karam. Listen to the behavior of your son. He puts fruits. One girl says he puts this dry, sticky fruit in my hair. It takes hours to get it out. We're going to the Ganga. These unmarried Kumaris, Brahmanis. They're doing worship. They're worshipping Lord Shiva on the banks of my Ganga for a Vaishnava husband. And he scatters all of our puja items. He speaks harshly to us. He shouts in our ears. He spits water into my face. Another girl says, Nimai says he wants to marry me. Protidin emoto kore ব্যবহার tomar Nimai kiba Raja Kumar. Protidin, every day he behaves in this way. Tomar Nimai kiba Raja Kumar. He thinks he's a prince. He's a prince. I'll come back to that. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says that the girls are all there and they've got all the items for puja of Lord Shiva. And Goshunda, he's only 3-4 years old. He comes, he says, Amar puja koro, worship me. Amar puja koro. Ami devobar, I will give benediction. Ganga, Durga, Dashi more, Mahesh Kinkar. Ganga, Durga, Dashi. Ma Ganga and Ma Durga, they are my servants. Mahesh Kinkar, Lord Shiva, you're my follower. And the girls are saying, oh Nimai, you stop such foolish, how can you say, you make joking, you're foolish. They're thinking he's joking. The same conclusions that Krishna on the chariot in Kurukshetra, he proclaims to all humanity, Aham Shavasha Prabhava. I am the source of everything. Matta Sarvam Prabha. Everything emanates from me. Manmana, worship me. Bhavamad Bhakta, Madhyaji, sacrifice to me. The same conclusions that Krishna declares in great opulence before Arjuna to all humanity. Goshundor, in a childish form, like a joke. He says to the unmarried girls, Ama puja koro. Amite boba. You worship me, I will give benediction. Ganga Durga Dashimor, Mahesh Kinka. Like a joke. And they're thinking he's joking. Oh Nimai, you stop such foolish talk. This is Gauranga avatar, Chaitanya avatar. This is Chaitanya avatar. Sri Chaitanya Doya, Koroho Bichar. Just try to understand the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bichar Kore, Chitte, Pabe Chamatkar. Chitte, in your heart, when you understand the mercy of Chaitanya, when you understand something about his incarnation, Chitte, Pabe Chamatkar, you'll be astonished. So every day, protidine moto, koroho byabohar, tomani makiba raje, he thinks he's a prince. Every day he behaves in this way. And then they said something very, very fascinating. They said that just out of the blue, so to speak, it's an English aphorism, out of the blue, suddenly they say something which is very philosophically dynamic. They say that they're there and they're complaining. He puts the seeds in my hair, he says this, he spits water. Shunile, Purbe Shunile, Jeno Nander Kumar. We have heard that Jeno Nander Kumar, in the way that there's Nanda Kumar in the Vrindavan, we've heard that he also behaves in this way. We heard that he also behaves in this way. She moto shob kore nimai tomara. Hey, this is your nimai. Just like he behaves, we heard like Nanda Kumar in Vrindavan. He's like that. He's like that. They don't know. They're also a special. They're not ordinary people. They're special. This is Nitya Lila. These Brahmins, they're bathing. It's their whole life is just to bathe and be there for those pastimes. And those girls, their whole existence, their whole appearance is just for those interactions. That's Nitya Lila. That's their Nitya Seva. Because it's about remembering him. It's about the rasha. It's about relationship. That's it. You've got the connection. Sheshambandha. Sheshambandha nahi ja brita janma gelotar. Without such a relationship of seva, Sheshambandha, relationship. Without it, Sheshambandha nahi brita janma gelo. Sheshambandha nahi ja brita janma gelotar. Wasted life. You have to have a connection with the spiritual master. You have to have a connection. Following the vows of initiation, that's the beginning. That's a shambandha, that's a connection. That's your connection. And on the basis of that, you go back to Godhead. Because you're connected. You're connected through the seva. You've given the order and you're fulfilling it. And that's it. You're connected, the seva. It doesn't have to be a huge thing. It doesn't have to be a great thing that everybody glorifies you. But there has to be some connection where you're doing the seva for the pleasure of the Guru. Shesham Bandha nahi ja brita janma gelotar. That will save you. And of course, the greater that connection, the more you're connected. The more you're connected. Just like sometimes we connect projector, we connect computer, and sometimes they have to have many connections. The more you're connected, the more seva, the more you're linked, the more you're sheltered. Shachir charan dhuli lai shabai shirei. Shachir charan dhuli lai shabai. They took the dust of Sachimata's feet, the girls. Shabai. Shachir charan dhuli lai shabai shirei. Is there any language as beautiful as Bengali? Shachir charan dhuli lai shabai shirei. They all took the dust of Sachimata's feet on their head. Tobe, Cholin, Punna, Shnan, Kore, Bare. And then again they went back to the Ganga to take bath. So those Brahmins, they made their complaint. Jagannath Mishra is sitting there. And then having explained, they got up and went back to the Ganga to take bath again. And the girls, having explained it, they all went back again to take bath. So Jagannath Mishra, he's sitting, he has to sit down and hear all of this. And then Krodha Kori, he's angry. Just says, I get him. When I get my hands on him. Every day this has been going on, And these Brahmins, they all had to come here in a big group and they had to, one after another, list all of their complaints. Boy, this boy, when I get my hands on him. Krodha Kori. Jokon, Cholila, Misrabar. He went, very angry, he went to the Ganga. Janila, Gauranga, Sharva, Bhuter Ishar. Because he's Sarva Bhuter Ishar, he's in the heart of all living entities. He knew. He was at the Ganga when they all came and they're making the complaints. Nimai's still at the Ganga. Those who remained, he's giving them trouble. Those who remained. So now Jagannath Mishra is on his way. And because he's Sarva Bhuter Ishwar, he's the Lord in the heart of all living beings, he knew that Jagannath Mishra was coming. So, Ganga Jale Kelly Kore Sri Gaura Sundor Sharba Abalaker Amadde Oti Manohar. He's the most beautiful, just swimming amongst all of his friends. Oti Manohar. So the girls had come back and then they said that Nimai, your father's coming. Nimai, your father's coming, quick. So Nimai got out and then he said to his friends, when my father comes and asks you where I am, you tell him that Nimai has not come to the Ganga today to take his bath. So Jagannath Mishra, he arrives at the Ganga. Mishra Jigyashen Vishwambar Kotai Gelo. Where is Vishwambar gone? He's asking all the other boys. Shishugon Bole Aj Shnane Na Oilo. Shishugon Bole Aj Shnane Na Oilo. He didn't come today to take bath. If the Supreme Lord Himself tells you to tell a lie, it's okay. He didn't come today to the bath. Jagannath Mishra is fuming with rage, going up and down the bank of the Ganga. Nimai kotai, Vishwambar kotai. And then the Brahmins said they saw that Jagannath Mishra was angry, and they were a little concerned. So they're saying that it's not a big deal. In fact, they said, we like it. We don't mind. We don't mind that he comes and disturbs us in such a way, because we love Nimai. Because in these pastimes, these great persons, they all appeared here in Navadip Dham just to associate with Nimai, just to participate in the pastimes. And then they explained. Thank you, I'm blessed. Everything in Mayapur is so opulent. You see the flowers they offer, the arati, the Lord Nrsimhadev, the puja, the flowers, the acres of tulasi, of flowers. Mayapur Dham ki jai. And then they said to Jagannath Mishra, they said that Tumi Shei Shebila Satta Prabhu Choron Tar Mahabhagya Jar A Heno Nondan. To have such a son, A Heno Nondan, that you have such a son as Nimai, who's so attractive. Because these persons that are here in these pastimes, they're not ordinary Brahmins, they're not ordinary devotees. They came to participate in these pastimes. So they're all in love with Nimai. Even he hasn't begun his displaying his opulence as a Supreme Personality of God. There's still that love for him. That love for him. They love him because they're eternally his pure devotees. So they all love him. Even they don't know why. Even in the Vidya Lila, we have a plan if we're blessed by the Vaishnav Shammelan and the Vaishnav Society and the Lord in our classes. This is the Bal Lila, young pastimes. This is Vidya Lila. This is Vidya Lila. This is scholarly pastimes. They're amazing. Vidya Lila. And the Vaishnavas, they were all lamenting, oh, if Nimai would become a devotee. He's such a scholar. He's so charismatic. He's such a jewel. He's so attractive. But he was Vaishnava and worshipping the Vishnu Narayan at home, but he wasn't participating in the Sankirtan with the devotees. Shiva, Shadvaita Thakur, Haridas, they were performing Sankirtan, the Nam Sankirtan. He wasn't participating. And they were being chastised by the smarters, by the atheists, by the scholars. What are you doing in there? We never hear this loud noise, this screaming, the howling. What's going on in there? If Nimai were to become a devotee, he would defeat all of the challenges. He would proclaim the Krishna Bhakti. If Nimai were to become a devotee, they would fall on the banks of Mahaganga, prostrate themselves and pray, oh Doyamoy, Putit Pavoni, please make Nimai a devotee. So he wasn't amongst the Vaishnavas, he was a scholar. He was engaged in giving the class, in debate, in challenging the other scholars on the banks of the Ganga. But still everybody loved him. Still everybody was in love with him. Because he's the Supreme Lord. Even though they don't know why, they can't recognize. So they said that you're so fortunate to have such a son. We don't mind if he disturbs every day. We don't mind. Koti aparad jodi bishamba kore. Koti aparad jodi bishamba kore. If he makes thousands of offenses, koti aparad kore bishamba kore. Tobu tare tuiban ridoy upare. Still, we're always meditating on him in our hearts. Janme janme Krishna Bhakta, ei shob John. You see, you have to read the verses and you see the significance. Janme janme Krishna Bhakta, ei shob John. Life after life, they're doing the life after life. This seva, this is the lila. Janme janme Krishna Bhakta, ei shob John, ei shob utam buddhi iha karon. They're all eternal associates of the Lord. Srila Bhakti Shri Thakur is translating that. They're all eternal associates of the Lord. Ataeva prabhu nija shebak shahite. Nija shebak shahite. Prabhu nija shebak shahite means with his eternal associates, Nija Shebok Shahite, along with his eternal devotees. Nana Krida Kore, Henona Pare Bujte. Nana Krida Kore, different activities and different pastimes he's performing. Heno na Pare Bujte. But the eternal associates, his eternal servants, they cannot recognize. They cannot recognize that he's the Supreme Lord. Somehow they're in love with him. And they're in the Maya. They're in the Maya. It's called Yogamaya. We're in the Mahamaya. Mahamaya means that we get affected by association with the modes of material nature. Especially if we enjoy Bhungte Prakriti Jan Gunan, is Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. Bhungte Prakriti Jan Gunan, trying to enjoy Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. You enjoy Tamagun when you enjoy Sattvagun when you take bath. You take bath, it feels good. Hopefully it feels good when you take bath. Rise early, rise before sunrise, do some sadhana, you feel that's Sattvagun happiness. Sattvagun. Rising early, being truthful, controlling the mind, you get pleasure. Taking bath, being clean, being dutiful, that's Sattvagun, Shuk. Rajagun, happiness, is to be in front of others. To be in front of others. It's when you're on the highway in traffic and your car goes, you pass all the trucks, getting in front, being first, achieving things, completing tasks, getting the job done, getting the result. That's happiness. That's Rajagun. And Tamagun, happiness, when you have a nice long sleep without any disturbance. That's happiness also. Happiness. So we become attached. We become conditioned. We enjoy in that way. Enjoy. Bhungte Prakriti Janga. Karanam Guna Sangha. Karanam Guna Sangha. And this way we're affected. It's called conditioned life. Prabhupada in the books he writes conditioned soul. Conditioned soul. That's because we're enjoying the modes of nature. So we become conditioned by material energy. We forget our actual identity. We become conditioned. Bhoga Shaya Prashaktanam Tai Aparita Chetasam. Second chapter Bhagavad Gita. Bhoga Shaya, Bhoga, enjoyment, material enjoyment. Asharya, power, control. When you can order people what to do and they all jump up and go and do it. Oh, so powerful. It's Asharja, Ishvara, Bhoga Asharya, Prashaktanam. There's so much attachment to enjoying in this world. Tai Apadita Chetasam, that covers your consciousness. You forget who you are. You forget. It's Maya. It's always affecting us. Even when we practice Krishna consciousness, still we're in Maya. And it takes a long time. Mama Maya Tudat Yaya. Mama Maya Duratyaya. Not easy to overcome Maya. Even the great stalwarts, sometimes they fall into illusion. Even great devotees fall into illusion. In the Bhagavatam, in our movement, it's not such an easy thing. Maya. Her business is to give trouble. Her business is to make it difficult. Her business is to force you to surrender to the lotus feet of Gaudhari. Force you. No other way. Mamevige prapadyante. That's why it's difficult, because your only hope is to take shelter of Guru and Krishna. It's the only hope. So she forces. Without that, there's no other way. Mama eva yai prapadyante. Only by surrendering under me is you have a chance. That's why she's so tough. When we ask, why so tough? Why Maya so powerful? It's difficult. Because the only way is by shelter of lotus feet of Sri Hari. It's the only way. That's why she's so tough. Because we actually, otherwise we wouldn't be induced to surrender. We wouldn't be. There's no other choice. We have to surrender. But the Maya, these Dhambashis, this Nitya Shonginish, they're in Maya, but it's different. It's spiritual Maya. They don't know he's God. In Advaita Bhavan, tomorrow we'll go, Advaita Bhavan. So every day, Advaita Thakur, even he's giving class. There's class there on Gita and Bhagavat every day. It seems like it's going all day. It's early in the morning, because even before lunch, there are many hours already class. And even this is for a long time. Advaita Thakur, on the Panchatattva on the left, he has a white beard. Because that's indicating that he's like grandfather. He's like a grandfather. By the time Nimai is born, already he's a great senior Vaishnava. And in Shantipur, he's praying on the banks of Ganga, offering the Ganga Jal and Tulasi. Tulasi dalamatraina, one Tulasi leaf, Jalasha Chulukalainava. The Ganga Jal in the palm of your hand is, when offered to Sri Hari, he's so pleased by that. One Tulasi leaf and a palm full of Ganga Jal, it pleases him so much. Even though he is the proprietor of all the three worlds, he can give you anything. But he thinks, I have nothing to give in reciprocation for the person who offers one Tulasi leaf and the Ganga Jal. It pleases him so much. What can I give to reciprocate? I have nothing equal. I cannot find anything to reciprocate. Bikrenetam swam atmanam. So he gives himself. He gives himself. He gives himself. Bhaktibhyo bhakti vatsala. Because he's so dear to the devotees. So seeing this verse, Thakur, Advaita Thakur, he's worshipping with the Ganga Jal and the Tulasi. Please come. Please come. Please appear. And sometimes Goshunda would say, I was sleeping on the ocean of milk, and that Nara, Gaud Ana Goshai, he's called in East Bengal. Gaud Ana Goshai, the one who brought gold to this planet. And he's praying, you come, you appear. And Goshunda says, yes, you're calling? What do you want from me? Oh, not much. You just come to the material world and freely distribute love of Godhead to everyone without discrimination. So to fulfill the request of Advaita Thakur, he comes. And the classes were going on in Advaita Thakur's house every day. Vishwarup was there giving the class. When Vishwarup would come, Advaita Thakur, he would stop doing puja and stand up and embrace Vishwarup. That's how much he was respected. That's how much Vishwarup was loved as Mahaprabhu's elder brother. And Goshunda would be sent, Sachimata would send Nimai to bring his elder brother home for prasad. You go and you bring your brother. Lunch is ready. So Nimai would go to that assembly of the Vaishnavas. He's only 2-3 years old. Covered in the dust of the dham, a little string around his waist and a bell, a little dhoti. And he's pulling on the dhoti of Vishwarup. Janani Dakshe, Mara is calling. The Vaishnavas, they saw that. They all became stunned. They became stunned. And even the class stopped. The class stopped. And they're wondering, what is this? What is this? Why we're so mesmerized by the beauty of this boy, Goshunda, the form, and they saw his root, Goshunda, Gauranga, it's a child form. Harikonda Kota Jai Amrit Shravan, Adikonda, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Amrit Sravan, nectarian. Jai Shishu Rupe Krida Kore Narayan. Shishu Rupe, a young child, he's playing. Learning the Bengali alphabet, ka, ka, ga, ga. Riding, playing, coming and calling. The Vaishnavas, they're seeing it, they're astonished. And Advaita Thakur, the Advaita Thakur, he's the one who sat and prayed. He called for Mahaprabhu to appear. Advaita Thakur. And he's thinking, Mone Mone Chintai, Advaita Mahashai, Mone Mone Chintai. He's not sure. He's thinking, Mone Mone Chintai, Mone Mone Chintai. He's thinking over and over in his head, Mone Mone Chintai, Advaita Mahashai, Prakrita Manushta e Balak Nai. This boy, Prakrita Manushna, he's not material. He's not a material body. Otherwise, how could he mesmerize the Vaishnavas? How could he mesmerize my mind? Only my Prabhu could. So he's thinking, maybe this child, maybe he's my Prabhu. But he's not sure. He's coming every day. They live just a few meters away. A few meters. And Advaita Thakur, he's Mahavishnu. He's in the heart of all beings. But he's not sure that Nimai is the Supreme Lord. They're not sure. He's in Maya. They're in illusion. It says Pradha Maya, it's Jog Maya. They don't know that Nimai is God. And in that way the pastimes unfold. There's the gradual revelation. He becomes a devotee. And then he reveals, they're all suspecting he's special. But not like Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Swayam Bhagavan Param Purushotam. He declares himself. And there's that one that Aham Jagyai, Aham, was that Mantroham, Aham Eva Agja, Aham Agni, Aham Hutam. I am the mantra, I am the offering, I am the herb, I am. Must he say that if you worship me, what's that? Avidi Purvakam. Anya Deva Taha Bhakta, Yajante Shraddha. You repeat, Anya Deva Taha Bhakta. Yajante Shraddhayan Vitaha. Tabimam Evikunte Yajanti Avidi Purvakam. Those who worship other, Anya Deva. Actually, it's mistaken and they should be worshipping me, and their worship is Avidi Purva. It is mistaken. Because actually I am the enjoyer of all the worship. So Sri Krishna, he declares it boldly. I am the Supreme. But here Goshundar is in the form of a devotee. He's Bhakta Rupa. He's in the form of a devotee. So he's not declaring himself. They're suspecting. And then subsequently, later, he reveals himself in the house of Srivas Thakur. Oteva Prabhu Nija Shevok Shahite. With his eternal associates, along with them. Nana Krida Kore is different activities, different pastimes, different pleasurable pastimes. Keho na pare bhujte, but no one could understand. They're just thinking he's Jagannath Sutta, he's Sachinandan, Sachi Kumar, he's so sweet, but and in this way the pastimes of Navadip are being performed. So not finding Nimai, Jagannath Mishra goes home. And then Nimai comes home on a different path, not the Ganga path, a different path. Arpote gore gelo prabhur vishrambar. Arpote gore gelo prabhur vishrambar. Hatete mohan punti jeno shashada. Just looking just the same as he did when he left for school in the morning. Likan Kaliyar Bindu Shabe Gold Ange. Gold Ange is golden form. And the spots of ink on his cloth. And Champa ke lagela je chardike bringe, like Shonar Champa, a golden champa flower surrounded by bumblebees. Bzzz. It looks like that with the ink. He walks into the house. He calls out to Sachimata. Janani Balila Prabhu Lagila Dakite, he calls out Sachimata. Tail Dal Dehomor Jai Shnan Korite. Oh, mother, give me the oil. I'll go and take bath in the Ganga. After hours of there and disturbing all the Brahmins. He walks in, Ma, give me the oil. I'll go and take my bath in the Ganga. It's aristocratic games. Aristocratic games. The transcendental aristocrat. Dal dia Shachideva mone mone gone. She gives the oil. She's thinking, what? Bala kerki bolila kiba dvijagone. What is it that the young girl said? Dvijagone. All of the Brahmins, they came and I mean, did they make that up? I mean, how is it possible? He hasn't even been to the Ganga, and yet they're saying all of these things. He's completely perplexed. He goes off to the Ganga. She's looking at him. Likan, Kolira, Bindo, Ache, Shabonge. The marks of ink are all over his body. She Bashtra Poridan, She Puti Shange. The same dress, the same hair, books, just like he left in the morning to go to school. He's the same. He hasn't been to the Ganga. How is it that they came and made all these complaints? So Nimai, he goes again, and Jagannath Mishra, he sees him and says, Nimai, what's this? We hear that you're giving so much trouble to these Brahmins. What sort of a boy are you? And Nimai says, I haven't even been to the Ganga today. Eta boli hashi, saying this, laughing, Eta boli hashi, Prabhu, Jar Ganga Snane, he goes to the Ganga. Punar, She Milon Shishu Gonshanga, and again all his friends are there. And they say, hey Nimai, come back, hey. You avoided a big beating today, Nimai. And then Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, they're discussing, what is this? How is this possible? She Moto Angadula, just like he's been to class, he hasn't taken bath. She Moto Besh, the same clothes. She Punti, say the books, She Bastra, say cloth, She Mata Kesh, his hair. It's just the same way you tied it this morning. He has long hair tied in a knot top. And then he's thinking, they're discussing, what sort of, how is this? It's like mystical. Is that, what is our son? Who has appeared in mystical? He's saying that, Buji Manushina He Shri Bishamba. He's not an ordinary man, not an ordinary being. Maya Rupe Krishna Ba Chan Milan Moro Gore. Perhaps the Supreme Lord has appeared in our house. Or Kona Mahapurush Ba Kichu Bajani, or great person, who knows? Henamate Chinte Ailo Dvijamani, just at that time, Henamate Chinte Ailo Dvijamani. When Jagannath Mishra is thinking like that, Nimai comes back from the Ganga. And he comes in, and he runs and he climbs on the lap of Jagannath Mishra, and he climbs and he embraces Jagannath Mishra. Pitrigon, here, fathers, how would you like Nimai to come running in and climb up on your lap and embrace you? So this Putra Darshanande Guchilo Bichar Shneha Ponno Hoilo Duhatichu Nahi Ar Putra Darshanande, when he saw his son, Putra Darshanande, he becomes so overwhelmed with bliss. Guchilo Bichar, he forgot everything. About the Brahmins coming, the Kumaris, all of the complaints, Nimai going, Nimai coming back looking like he never bathed. He forgot everything, just seeing his son. He forgot everything. Putra, Guguchilo Bichar, Shneho Punna, Hoilo Duha, Kichu Nahi Ar, Shneho Punna, just affection. The relationship, Jagannath Mishra, Sachimata for Gaudhari, it's simply affection. It's simply affection. Shneho Punna, Hoilo, Shneho Punna. And 100% affection. Shachir, Jagannath Paye, Urhu Namaskar. Shachir, Jagannath Paye, unto the lotus feet Shachi Jagannath Paye, unto the lotus feet of Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra, Prabhu Namaskar, I offer my repeated obeisances. Ananta Brahmanda Nat Putra Rupe Jar, the Lord of unlimited worlds, the Lord of unlimited universes, has appeared as the form of has appeared in the form of their son in their home. He moto krida kore boikunte roy bujite na parikeho tahar maya. So in this way, Goshundar, he performed his playful pastimes on the banks of Mahaganga with his associates, giving pleasure to the residents of Mayapur, Navadip, and no one could understand who he actually was. Any questions?